Tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio, dropping knowledge in the studio you already know.
Thank you for tuning in to Chaos Culture Radio. This is Prince Hakeem.
Hey, this is Ronnie Ron Hakeem. We back at it again.
We back at
it again.
And we got our special guest, Muhammad.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. And today we're going to talk about something that is going to concern parents, elderly, and everybody who's facing this pandemic. And I know a lot of people scared. And Muhammad, I want you to take lead on this, because the main people that have been speaking against this, has been a nation. Not saying I'm designating you the nation representative. You feel me? But you might have a clear more understanding than what we might have about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And people probably wondering, what are we talking about? We were pretty much talking about the vaccine.
Yeah.
Because the vaccine, now they're trying to implement the vaccine. They're trying to get everybody in the United States vaccinated by the summer. Which means we have a lot of questions about it, especially me, because I want to know more about it as well.
And I could take an educated guess, but I want to hear the facts before I draw any conclusions. So what did Mr. Wesley Muhammad say about
it? So what Wesley and Rissa Islam and all them are saying that
who else?
Rissa Islam.
Rissa?
Yeah, Rizza. I think Rizza Islam.
Talking about from Wu-Tang?
No. From the Nation. He's actually a social media guy from the Nation. So
okay, I don't know him.
A lot of the guys from the Nation, especially the young and up and coming social media guys who represent the Nation, they're totally against the vaccine. They said, and I'm just paraphrasing it because I can't say. They said it's no good for us. They say they're microchipping. They're gonna microchip us.
Right.
It's like the mark of the beast. They say it's going to detrimentally harm us. They said we don't know what they're putting in there. And you have a lot of companies that's on a race right now. Pfizer, which is one of the companies that have implemented the vaccine, which is now being implemented in hospitals right now. My cousin just took her shot of the vaccine.
Oh, really? And what was the side effect of it? No side effects at all?
No side effects at all. And the funny thing is, she had caught COVID, but she said in her understanding that due to the fact that she had got the vaccine, she was able to get healthier quicker.
Very interesting. Okay.
So my point is, I have family members who are over the age of 70, who are over the age of 65, and who are in trouble for that. People with pre-existing condition, people who are overweight. So that makes a lot of us who could catch COVID and die from it. So my point that I'm trying to say, why is so everybody scared about it? Why people are pushing back from it? In my personal opinion, I'm going to take the vaccine.
Okay.
I'm going to take it. I'm going to take the prick. I'm going to be the first nigga down there.
I don't know you telling the truth. I don't know you jiving. I don't know what it is.
Listen. I'm going to be the first. Listen.
He's telling the truth.
Yeah.
I know what he's saying.
He's telling the truth? Because Hakeem sometimes be full of it.
No.
I can tell when he's serious about something.
Yeah, I'm going to be the first nigga down there.
Well, I can speak on that based on my limited knowledge.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is there's politics involved in this, and there's medicine involved in this.
Preach, Muhammad.
Is going to make a lot of money. Let's get that straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, when AIDS hit the streets in the 80s and 90s, Dr. Wesley Muhammad, he traveled around the world and he came back with alpha interferon. And there's another black sister doctor who he worked with, and I knew a brother from DC who actually had AIDS, and Dr. Leem started giving him the treatment, even though the government did not sanction this alpha interferon. And the brother had the Million Man March, and he said he had tested negative after being tested positive from using the treatment. certain legal things you can't say when it comes to medicine. So now, and I talked to a brother recently from Baltimore who I told you, he said that brother's still around today. So I know people that had AIDS back then, they ain't around no more. So now, I also saw some clips where the Cubans were coming out with a treatment today for this disease, but you never saw that in the mainstream media because they didn't want the Cubans to control the solution or the vaccine.
Yeah.
So you had all these different companies racing to come up with their own $1 billion product so that they could, have the rights to that. Number one, this big like cocaine business controls America. KRS used to say, the drug business controls America. CVS is on every corner. I'm taking diabetes medicine. I got to go. I mean, I just paid $200 for my medicine yesterday, man. I was mad.
Oh my God, Muhammad.
They wanted, and the lady called me today. She said, "Why did you want to put a chip in my blood and everything? Y'all just want to make me."
Muhammad, you covering the phone?
Yeah.
I was trying to make it a joke, but they're going too far, in my opinion, with this technology. So you got to pick and choose your battles. So the reason why I was is because I understand what Brown was saying, but I'm gonna come back to that. First, I was dealing with the politics of the drug. There's the medicine side. The medicine side I can't really comment on because I don't know much about medicine, but I know Dr. Aleem Abdul Muhammad can. And I also know that he found a cure with a previous situation, like who's this guy, Dr. Fauci? That guy, we just hearing about him, but he's been around for years. He's seen other things like this. So that's why he's so good at coming up with different things that you should or should not do. Now, let's take it to the nation. Okay. First of all, I'm not active in the mosque right now.
Okay.
So I have to be careful on how I speak.
Yeah. So you're speaking as a civilian.
That's a good way to put it, because I mean I'm still a FOI in my mind, but I would like to say unactive. But the point is, the nation has protocol that I still have to respect and obey, and I can't just openly disagree with my brother. I'm trying to give you a little wisdom here.
No, go ahead.
How things operate. Okay, it's kind of like I didn't say this, man. My father, who's a judge, told me this. Also, a captain from Newark, New Jersey, told me this. These are not my words because I hate even saying this. He said, "But when you join the nation, you join a black mafioso type organization." I said, "Come on, man! I joined a nation." Okay, I didn't sign up to be no thug. I mean, I could follow my friends in the streets. Plus, my father and mother wouldn't let me do that anyway. But in my mind, I joined this thing to be a revolutionary and to help my people. But some people that come in the mosque, as you all know from history, I don't have to tell you, do have that mentality. It's a mafia organization. Okay, now we either gonna be a nation or we're gonna be some mafioso, some mustache Pete's. Okay, and I don't care how tough the mafia is. The mafia can't beat the government. Okay, mafia might have we like to glorify in Hollywood, but Lucky Luciano, they said if you could do it all over again, Lucky, what would you do? He said I would go into business with the government. Okay, and he was one of the best gangsters that ever did it. What's my point? My point is there's rules to this thing, and you can't just speak from emotion in the nation. There's rules, and you got to abide by those rules. Now, I say that to say, I say that to say I'm speaking in caution. People think they can get on the internet to say whatever they want to say, just like being a rapper. You can't just rap about whatever you want to rap. Think there's going to be no repercussions?
Yep.
There's going to be repercussions. You the hardest dude? Well, let's find out. Okay? But now, if we a nation and not just some, and I'm not knocking, matter of fact, I get a lot of respect for my gangbanging brothers. When I meet them in the school system or on the street, these brothers got a code of conduct they live by. Better than those of us who are supposed to be educated in the nation, these other black organizations. The gangbangers got real codes of conduct. Okay? And we forget those codes in these organizations. But now, if we in a nation, I have a right to have my opinion. You have a right to have your opinion. Mm-hmm. We'll never have a nation if everyone's going to think the same exact way. Mm-hmm. Now, we have a foundational code that we have to abide by. But brothers not even abiding by that, which is the supreme wisdom. Brothers don't even study supreme wisdom.
Preach, okay. Muhammad.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I got to give credit and respect to my 5% brothers, because those brothers enforce the lessons of the nation better than the brothers in the nation do. Does that make any sense? So the world is turned upside down. Now, I'm going to break it down further. Wesley Muhammad went to Morehouse. I'm Severlin Muhammad. I went to Howard. Okay. Howard and Morehouse have always been competitors in a righteous, in a good way, in my opinion. And I love my Morehouse brothers. Okay. My son went to Morehouse before he dropped out after the semester. But anyways, the point is, there is still some rivalry there. Like Harvard got rivalry with Yale. Army got rivalry with Navy. But they still one nation. You ain't gonna, the Navy and the Army ain't gonna try to take over well, most of them ain't, unless they crazy like these crackers, this insurrection. But they ain't gonna try to take over the government. They don't. A Marine don't take shit off of an Army or Navy dude. He's a Marine. So there's a code to being a part of an HBCU. There's a code to being part of a gang or a crew. There's a code to being part of the rap game. There's code to being part of the nation or the Black Liberation Movement. So I respectfully disagree with Mr. Wesley Muhammad, because number one, I don't think he's a medical doctor. Your brother still there?
Yeah, no, we here.
We're listening.
We listen.
Listen.
Preach, Muhammad.
He's not a medical doctor. He's a social scientist like I am.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a right to critique my colleague
100%.
Similar discipline as myself. It's like if you're in a rap game, you can see when another brother's bars ain't right. I'm not in a rap game like that. I don't know. It sounds pretty good to me. But you another rapper, like, yo, this dude's game is off. You a baller, like, yo, man, this dude's left hand ain't that strong. You see what I'm saying? So as a social scientist and someone that did go to higher education, and I'm not going to ever let someone make me feel ashamed of that, I have a right to debate and disagree with my brother.
100%.
Right. So what are you saying? So you saying that the vaccine is good for the Black people, or
I'm not saying it's good or it's bad, but like Brown just showed, you got to think for yourself after a certain point.
Basically,
you have to have common sense.
Basically.
Don't listen to what someone says because they got a big title. Okay. And I told my wife, because she brought up the same question, because she got the knowledge of self like I do, and she questioned it. You know, it was a conspiracy. But I said, look, first of all, we a family now, and we got all the knowledge of self that we need, but we got to use common sense, and everybody's catching this black, white. Matter of fact, Minister Hafiz Muhammad is no longer here, and he didn't have a chance to take the vaccine. The minister of Mosque number 7, one of the strongest brothers you will have ever met from Brooklyn.
Wow, and he died from COVID?
He died from COVID, and he knew his supreme wisdom. He dropped some jewels on me when I used to be in New York.
Wow.
So, but is he here to even have the chance?
No.
So you can't play with your life, man. As far as we know, even Elijah Muhammad said you only got one.
Yes.
Okay. So if the whole world is catching it from this, black or white, you got to call the shots for yourself. Don't let another man influence what you think is right for you.
Yeah.
And I don't care who's making the money. I mean, I would like to see us. I'd like to see the Cubans make the money or some black folks make the money. But at this point, I got to live. I'm black. Basically. You're black. Yep. We need to live. So I know what happened in Tuskegee.
Yep.
There's been what they did to the Indians.
Yep. With the smallpox.
But just like you saw in the insurrection, these white folks catching hell now.
Oh.
It ain't just black. It's not as simple as black and white anymore. That's still a factor. But this is who's civilized and not civilized now.
Here's the thing, and you put a great point. I speak to a lot of people. The last couple of months, I've spoken to many white people who lost people from COVID. Not only black, many white people. Italy took the blunt force of it. Bodies were filling up in church. So when I started to think about this, you know me, Muhammad, I'm going to read the medical journal. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, and actually, I took a class online to become a COVID-19 contact tracer. So I actually took a class on it, and I read about it, and I'm like, fuck what these niggas is talking about. I'm taking that shot.
Right. I'm taking it, and I told the wife we taking it.
We taking it. Because let me tell you something. My cousin took it. All that fear-mongering and conspiracy theories, half of these goofy niggas do online and on Facebook and on this and that, I'm like, they're going to end up people getting hurt. Because none of them niggas ain't doctors. None of them niggas got MDs. And we always want to believe what it done got worse over the years. Used to be word of mouth. All you got to do is pull out your phone and see an Instagram post, a fake post, and shit.
A good example of how truth is mixed up with falsehood, which the Quran talks about, is, I mean, Trump, to me, I used to always call him Chump. You know what I'm saying? I never called him Trump. Like you said, he wasn't calling President Obama, he was just calling him Obama.
Yeah.
But from the time Trump became in office, I was like, he's just Trump, and he ain't President Trump. But anyways, even though I didn't like Trump, when he said the Chinese had something to do with COVID-19, I had to look at that, regardless of the fact he said it and he made a lot of mistakes. Then I heard, matter of fact, from Dr. Alim, that it was a a Harvard professor from Cambridge, which is where I'm from.
Yep.
Brown can tell you.
Yep.
That was being paid by the Chinese to come up with some sort of molecular disease or something like that.
Right. I heard about that.
Yeah, so this Trump wasn't all wrong.
No.
He wasn't all right either. So the truth is being mixed up with falsehood, but if you're not a scientist, you don't know all the facts. We just getting bits here and there, man. And we got to live, man. We got to make it through this, man. We got to get the hell out.
Just like we need to start telling our people, you can't always listen to what these fear-mongering people are telling you online. You need to start to understand fact and fiction and have common fucking sense. And that's the issue that we got in our own community. We don't have common sense. We want to go with what seems so salacious at times.
Uh-huh.
You know
What's that word mean, Brown? What's that mean? Break that down.
You know, salacious, over the top, exaggerating, something
dramatical.
Dramatical. You feel what I'm saying? Like nobody. It's the same way where like people rather post some negative shit compared to posting somebody going to school. You know what I mean? Or somebody doing the knowledge or doing something positive. And this is what we have to change. So when it comes,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead, brother.
Well, I lost my cousin from this, and I lost a friend of mine. I mean, he was just depressed and took his life. So that was my homeboy. Peace to my homeboy Fidelis. Peace to my cousin Cheryl. So
sorry, my brother.
What needs to be done, and like Brown said, I got to use common sense for me and my family. And I'll tell the next man the same thing.
Basically, some of us got pre-existing conditions. So if you want to be stupid out there and not go take that vaccine, go listen to them dumb niggas or go listen to them crazy white folks. Taking
some people say don't wear the mask.
Yeah, that's another thing. And let me tell you something. I know a guy who caught that and almost died behind that for not wearing a mask and being in front of a bunch of people. This shit's serious out here.
Wow.
It's serious out here, bro. It's serious out here. So it's not nothing playing, especially since I read and did the knowledge on it. So, and mind you, you know what I mean? I'm not a person who really believes a lot. You feel me? I'm skeptical about everything because I like to fact check stuff. This I'm not fact checking. Like, so brothers, let's do the knowledge on it. You know what I mean? Let's keep ourselves healthy. Let's stay away from the sugars, the juices, stay away from the chitlins. You know,
not the chitlins.
Yeah, I gotta put that in there, man, because a lot of you Southern niggas is still eating chitlins and fried pork chops.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, please, my brother. Like, that's all I gotta say on that one, man.
No, when it comes to the vaccine, I just want to make sure people do their due diligence, do your research upon it, and don't go by what somebody else said. And I totally agree with what both of you gentlemen are saying, because at the same time, I haven't been doing my research yet, but I'm going to do my more research on the vaccine. But most of the time, a lot of our people are, when I mean our people, I mean black people, they are afraid of vaccination because they always hear that somebody's always dying. But then when I ask somebody a question, you don't really hear too much people dying for vaccine. You really don't hear that much. What? So like you say, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, but however, I am want to do my due diligence on it because I do want to be informed and to make sure I give my people the right information.
Well, that's a good phrase, due diligence.
Due diligence.
No, definitely. Hey, we're going to end it on that note, baby.
Yeah. KO Culture Radio.
We out.
Out.
Man, I just appreciate y'all just listening. Stay tuned for the next episode.